What's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode 3 of my team career for the Vietnam Grand Prix. Just putting on an upgrade for the ICE durability because it's not looking too good at the moment, and going actually straight into my first qualifying lap. This is the setup before the actual qualifying lap. I'm taking it a little bit slowly because I don't really want to wear out the tyres before the actual qualifying lap. And actually, Mercedes coming right onto backwards. I don't know who that was. I completely forget. But coming right up to backwards. I'm getting big snap of oversteer. Going through turn 2. And I will say, this little chicane, an absolute lifesaver in both race qualifying and practice. In the practice programs, on the qualifying program, I was about a 10th up going into there, and I came out of those 2 corners 9/10 up. And also, considering how good I've been doing recently, and I put good in inverted commas there, I mean, not amazing, but getting 9th and 8th in the first 2 races, decent. I did crank up the AI by 1 for qualifying, so it's 98 for qualifying, and then 99 for the race. Going through the final corner, not really hitting the apex, still a decent lap. Instantly beaten though by Bottas, and then jump into another qualifying lap. Taking a bit of a lock up into turn 1, but not getting that snap of oversteer through turn 2, so already a lot better. Just jump forward onto the straight because, well, yeah. I may have put the recording off on the straight just to check if the recording was on. Maybe I forgot to put the recording back on. Hypothetically. And actually clipping the wall, checking the front wing. Thankfully, didn't have damage. But still, and this is actually just my fastest qualifying lap. I didn't get it. Yeah, sorry about that. But I don't know what I can really say to defend myself. Then I had to drive a whole lap of Vietnam with no fuel, which was so painful. And I guess that can be my punishment. I'm going for a soft hard today. Skipping the intro from Crofty. And skip the formation lap, just because personally I think the racing is the exciting bit, and I'd rather see an extra lap of racing myself than watch a 2-minute intro from Crofty. Not that I don't like the intro from Crofty, but you know, I would prefer that lap of racing. And it's pretty weird to wait this far up in the grid. We qualified P3 in 98 AI. Of course, this is cranked up to 99 AI, which is stupid. A month ago, I was racing on about 82 and actually get into the lead there. Don't keep the lead, turning a little bit too far left, looking round the outside, going round the outside on Verstappen. Look at Hamilton. Don't get him though. But we are in front of Max Verstappen. He's having a look back at us though. But this is where the chicane is going to come in real handy. Although Vettel looking on our inside, let's use that chicane to get into the lead of the Grand Prix. We're not going to keep it long. The Mercedes has got a much better engine, but we were in the lead for a corner. I mean, I think at this point we've peaked. We've been in the lead for a singular corner. I was thinking maybe a bit of a dive bomb is there, but no, didn't go for it. Hamilton actually getting 2 snaps of oversteer and draw up right alongside him, checking the front wing because he did hit us with his side pod. He has got the inside line and we go very deep into the corner, but we still keep position. Maybe a little bit illegal, but we'll let things slide. It's lap 1. It's always the craziest lap. Little bit of jump there, that's just me checking my recording. That one is always the worst lap to lose because it's always the most visually exciting. But setting the fastest lap, I mean it was given considering we were first across the line, but still that felt pretty good. Seeing Thomas Drury with purple. Jeff mate, it's lap 2. I'm not going to have used all of my ERS yet. And what I do like to keep the amount of ERS I have below 70%, save the energy store. You start with a full energy store at the start of the race, so it is quite hard to burn all that off. And Hamilton looking at us now. We choose the inside line. He goes round the outside. We're level, and we both go a bit deep. Verstappen gets us both. I got onto the curb, and that's a little bit cut there. That's just because nothing interesting happened, really. Yeah, nothing interesting happened with that lap. Just me looking at the back of Verstappen, and Hamilton looking at the back of me. So, yeah. No, I didn't forget my recording. Stop thinking I did. I didn't. I did my recording like a good little boy. Okay, I didn't remember. But anyway, getting a lot of oversteer through turn 1. That was scary considering how close Hamilton was there to punting my rear around. Well, at least we're not Albon, because if I was Albon, then Hamilton would have punted me around. And going deep into the chain, double lock-up on my fronts. Verstappen is a mile away now. Well, not a mile, but a few hundred metres. And I've got Hamilton right in the back of me. He's going to get DRS down the straight. There's not much I can do. I'm checking the front wing just in case there is damage, because there's obviously some Vettel going through as well, and Ricciardo looking for the big dive bomb, and Ricciardo comes back for another dive bomb, hits my front wing and gives me damage. VSC deployed, Vettel's in the wall, Hamilton is long gone now, and I've got front wing damage. This was a difficult one because I didn't know what I wanted to go for. I didn't know if I wanted to maybe go for an aggressive one because I was going to have to box. I didn't know if I wanted to go for hards and go long maybe, or go mediums and then go soft, medium, soft. I didn't know. Definitely didn't get my speed wrong there. Definitely didn't. And actually, for some reason in second gear, it usually puts you down to first on these 37-mile-an-hour pit lanes, but it's very odd to hear how low the engine sound is. That is, well, I don't really need to say what it is. Really, the only thing that's gone for me here is that there was a VSC for most of the time that I was in the pits. That's the only good thing that I had going for me in that pit stop. It was an awful pit stop. Usually front wing changed about 8 seconds, and that was 9.1. Actually meeting Leclerc, he is 4 seconds behind, but didn't expect to see him. May have been a first lap accident, don't really know. So I did end up going on the hard, as you can quite obviously see, with the white mark tyres. And you can see me already tyre saving. I was thinking, right, I was in a great place, now I'm not. Well, sugar, let's just go long. Let's just go super deep into Grand Prix. Everyone take 2 stops, a little bit of a couple of extra because it's just me tyre saving. If it was normal racing, I might consider showing it. If it's me tyre saving, probably one of those boring things, along with fuel saving, then what's the point in showing it? And I forget what I was talking about now. Oh, that's right, tyres. Yeah, I chose the hards because I thought maybe people would be too stopping, and I'd just keep sort of more constant pace without them really making up too much gap. Maybe they get about 15 seconds away and then they pitted. The trouble is, I was meant to pit on lap 9. I pitted on lap 4. So by the time I get to lap 9, my tyres aren't already going to be feeling very good. Leclerc, if this was real life, I reckon Leclerc would be so annoyed at the moment. He's got this weirdo in a green and blue car with a purple front wing and rear wing, going at like 30 miles an hour when he's going about 90. Where he could go 90. And then a little bit of lock up. Tyre saving, that it's not exactly what we want to do. Lock up when you're tyre saving. Leclerc now is zooming past us really. A little bit of cut there, again, recording. What can I really say? Leclerc going to the outside, checking the front wing because I did hit him pretty hard. He pretty much spins us on the inside curve. We use overtake button to try and get past with Rich Mix, and we are going to get the DRS, which is definitely going to be a big help considering how slow we are in the straight line. And our game actually giving them a little bit of a love tap there, getting to the front wing. Didn't really know what to do here, I was stuck on the outside. But I ended up straightening the corner a little bit before him, getting a little bit of a better exit, and got the inside line for the next corner. And it wasn't a simple pass, but it was a lot easier than the one into the hairpin. I don't know all the names around Vietnam. I'm not a racer really. Apart from driver career and my sim career, and they've got like a challenge for XP on the podium pass. That's the only times I've raced around Vietnam. I do like the circuit, but there's other good circuits. Now looking on our inside, maybe squeeze them in a little bit there, but no one lost the front wing and I didn't get spun from it. So, all clean in my books. Another little bit of a jump there, that's, well, I'll let you guess what it was. And going for it into the chicane, checking the front wing again. I'll check the front wing with Leclerc so many times. Because we keep on having these little incidents that I feel like could probably give me a damaged wing. And having already had one broken front wing 4 laps ago, I'm not exactly wishing for another broken front wing. I'm going a bit deep into the hairpin, and now a little train of cars are starting to form behind me. Accidentally doing a bit of a double shift there. That's because my upshift is R1, and I don't know why, but I just tend to press like the right side or the left side of it, and then press the other side of it. Of course, that double shifts. One of the most annoying things when you're in something like an F2 car, battling for the win on the last lap, come out the straight, as we say in personal best, but you come out the straight, final lap, and you double shifted. Yeah. Definitely not salty about past experiences with that. Not at all. And Bottas pitted out in front of us. He's about 3 seconds in front. We're never catching him. I mean, he's on mediums and Mercedes, and I'm on 5-lap old hards. I mean, 5 laps for hards isn't a lot, but then it's also me driving. And Perez and Fiat side by side coming into the hairpin. Don't know who's really going to come out better. It seems like Fiat, but Perez is going to have the inside line for the next corner, and Perez has actually already gotten him before the braking zone. Oh, sorry about that. It's one hell of a voice crack. And you can see the tyre saving coming in more and more through the S's. I will admit it is a bit frustrating to watch back because I do know what happens obviously since I've already raced this Grand Prix. Yeah, I'm not recording the drive obviously. So now that I know what happens, frustrated. An Albon coming out about 1.5 seconds in front of us, which is kind of annoying that I didn't get him in my little train. No little cut there. Bet you can't just swipe. I mean, you can see the chicane, well, maybe not coming in as handy there, and actually having to brake because Perez pretty much brake tested me there. I was a little bit naughty of him. I'm not going to lie to him. Now Kvyat going to our right, we get the DRS from Perez, but Kvyat is still on our right. Give him a little bit of a love tap on the side pod, and he is ahead of us before the braking zone, and go for the big dive bomb. Well, yeah, it worked. And then going deep into the next corner. Not for saying it worked. I can't defend myself on that one. This is what I mean when I say if there are some things I've changed in this Grand Prix, that's probably one of them. And that forces Perez into the pits. I don't know if that was because of me breaking his front wing. It might have been a scrap done for Kvyat. Who knows? And picking up a track limits there. I'll be honest, didn't know you could get one for that place. And Renaut coming out right in front of us. If you've seen the last 2 episodes, you know what annoyance this causes me when I see Renaut come out about 4 tenths of a second ahead of me on fresh softs while I'm struggling on slightly more hards. That is something that really we'll leave it at that. Let's just say makes me very angry. Now Danny Kvyat looking towards the inside line, didn't commit to the move though. Which, considering Kvyat's reputation, is surprising. I won't lie. A little bit of cut there. I mean, I'm not even certain, but you can guess why. It's pretty obvious. Unless it like skips a lap or two, then it's double calling, isn't it? Yeah. Albon actually set the fastest lap of the race, it's surprising. And we set a personal best by 1.6 seconds. And this is the point where I just went full commit. Yeah, I couldn't be able to tyre save anymore. Tyre saving is so frustrating. It is not a cover, but tyre saving is the most frustrating thing to do whilst you're racing, because you know you can get all of this speed, and actually getting both of them, but getting a corner cutting warning. Was it worth it? My god, yes, I got past Landon Norris. That's good in my books. He goes to our right, give him a little bit of a pinch, and he does actually hit my front wing. Chicken front wing, because, yeah. And a Renault in that place, well, you saw what happened on lap 4. I don't really say much more, do I? I don't want a Renault on my inside coming to hairpin. And skipping forward to my pit stop, I was pretty much just racing around. Landon Norris got away, unfortunately. It's not unfortunate as a case of, oh, I'm not going to get that place back. It's unfortunate as a case of, he's not here anymore for me to chase. And I am revving the engine out a lot because I have got a lot of fuel. And it's not completely and utterly destroying my pace, but I prefer to be without it. And came out right behind Giovinazzi. He should be fairly easy work. I'm on fresh mediums. He is on a couple of lap old mediums, but he is also in an Alfa Romeo as Leclerc retires pre-session. It might sound like I've got a bit delayed as I dive down the inside into the hairpin. Maybe I did catch up. No, I didn't. But yeah, you might think there's a bit of a delay. There's not. That's just me being very slow in my speaking. And now Mick Schumacher, the next person in our sights, and he's in the points. Like I said last episode, if he stays in the points, I might keep him. I might keep him until the end of the season. At which point I'm definitely getting a better driver because he is still very bad. But if he can get just 1 point, I've been training him as well. I have been doing training on him. But he just stays so bad. And I mean, well, you can see the chicane coming in handy there. And I was actually lifting off the throttle to try and give him some DRS to keep him in the points. I really want him to score some points. And now Landon Norris, 7.5 seconds away. Carlos Sainz, a little bit closer, 6.5 seconds away. It does seem a little bit unattainable. I have been pushing for 4 laps straight. And they've just come out the pits. Well, one of them's just come out the pits, and the other's on 1 lap old mediums. But you get the gist. They're on fresh mediums. I mean, I'll take any excuse I can to put in more chicane action. Lewis Hamilton now getting very close to my DRS. He pitted for fresh softs. I can't say I'm going to last long against him. Like I said, it's me driving. I'm in this car with pretty good mediums considering how much I've been pushing. And also a lot of fuel on board, which I've been struggling to burn off. Hamilton goes to the inside, so I brake a little bit later, go for the switchback, which just about works. And I was on the phone to my friend whilst this was going on, whilst I was racing. They sort of having a chat and such. And he thought it was just something brilliant that happened. And then I told him what happened, you know, I just got the switchback on a Mercedes. I was like, oh. Yeah. I don't know how we thought that was underwhelming as we go round the outside. But I don't know how we thought that was underwhelming. I mean, it's a Mercedes. Yeah. Lewis Hamilton seems to be very squirmish on straight. They've got DRS, working for the big one here. Go to the inside. We're just about on the inside, get a little bit of a spin just to give him a little bit of a nudge there. Get him out there. And it worked. And we took the position. And I definitely was trying to hold on to P8. We got P8 last time out in Bahrain. So I would not mind P8 in Vietnam either. It's definitely not something I would have thought coming into the race. I was in P3 after qualifying, and I was in P2 and P1 for a couple of the opening laps. And actually, Hamilton done the old switcheroo. Yeah. That's the only thing I was about to hit the wall. That's not because Hamilton overtook me. And getting a big snap of overs there actually came in turn 2. Also, please don't forget to my friend if I should keep him the position. He said no. I mean, he's going to get the position anyway. My point right now, but we get him back through the chicane. Again, just the chicane power. Giving a little bit of a push there, wide. Just showing him a bit of dominance. Despite my lacklustre dominance. You might be wondering why I hit the wall there. Let me explain. I was having a sip of water. And I took my hand off the steering. You can guess what happened next. Hamilton going for the outside. He locks up. But I go a little bit wide, get a little bit rotation on the exit, shall we say, and it's Mr. Ricardo. At this point, I was actually a little bit scared for Ricardo. I saw what happened last time. You might be wondering what I'm doing with the throttle. That's me trying to burn fuel. Also, it sounds pretty nice. But I think it sounds pretty nice. And this time picking the inside line. Hamilton goes to the outside. Pushing wide into turn one. And oh god, it's now Ricciardo. Although Hamilton has got the inside line and gets Ricciardo back. This is what I want. Those two fighting. Definitely something I do not mind at all. Although Hamilton unleashed onto us the power of the Mercedes engine. No voice frog there. Voice frog there. And we're going to do the same move again on Hamilton, but it's not going to work as well this time. And he gives a little bit of a push, and don't really know if that was race instant or not. And the car gets us, and I'm now very scared because I'm in P10. I was just about in P8 there a couple of 100 meters ago, and now I'm not. So go for the big dive bomb, get it all wrong in the braking, spin it all the way around, take out Ricciardo though, and get a 5-second time penalty. Almost took out my teammate as well. Now, was I trying to take Ricciardo out? No, because well, you can see the effect it's had on my race now. I've got a 5-second time penalty, and Pierre Gasly's overtaken me, and Lewis Hamilton is now nowhere in sight. But am I glad it was Ricciardo that I hit? Yes. And now this is the full push, okay? This is when I had the full push. I've got to make up 5.8 seconds of Pierre Gasly in just, well, 5 laps, which was going to be hard. He's got fresher mediums compared to me, so I had to go for a bit of a push. Watch in to find out. And the overtaking Gasly, surprisingly easy. It was the same sort of thing I was doing on Hamilton, although getting a bit sideways on the exit, on the straight, and giving him a bit of a nudge. And actually my tyres are in pretty poor state. I've got no ERS, tons of fuel, and go for the dive bomb on Pierre Gasly. Yeah. Just why? Why can't I brake normally?
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
And a nice Honda engine purr in there. Lovely. And not especially on to concentration, so okay. And for once, a cut that wasn't for recording. It's a miracle. Honestly, just a miracle. But I mean, at this point, I'm just driving as fast as possible. But driving ultimately very slowly because my tyres are absolutely dead. I need some Bono in me. Wait, what? Okay. Not in that way. But I need some Bono. Okay. Bono, my tyres are dead. That's... You didn't have to make it weird. You did this to yourself.
Gasly behind. Our gap behind is 2.4 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 10 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:41.7.
For some reason, when I first tried it, Jeff wouldn't tell me about Gasly. Jeff, my lad. I kind of want to know about Gasly. He's the one that I'm trying to get away from. I can be pretty confident that Schumacher's not going to get me, so I'm kind of concerned about Gasly. here's the issue. I've got 2 seconds to
Increasing the
gain.
gap on the car behind by 0.5 per lap.
Shut up, Jen. I've got 2 seconds to gain in 2 laps. And as Jeff actually just told us, pretty healthily, pretty good timing actually. I'm gaining, well, I'm pushing him away. It's kind of hard. When you're drawing a car in, it's pretty easy. You know, you're drawing him in. But when you're getting away from him, I suppose you're gapping him. Yeah, I'm gapping him by about half a tenth a lap. Oh my god. Ah, not half a tenth. You're plonk up half a second. But actually, this lap has been very good. 7 tenths per second. And we're not in sector 2 yet. That's very nice. And actually, almost braking at the 50-metre board. Obviously not, that would be practical suicide. But almost. And still making the corner very nicely. I mean, I think you can see how much more confident I am on the brakes. Going into the hairpin. I'm still not amazing. But I'm a lot more confident. I'm braking about 10 metres later. And drifting wide out the final corner, that could cost us. And actually setting a personal best by a tenth of a second. I think that shows you how much I'm pushing. And I tried to show you how much my tyres are on. Accidentally missed it. There you go, that's how much my tyres are on. 58% on the front right. And I set a personal best. And at this point, I'm a bit uncomfortable with my gap. I'm gonna miss out. Yep. That was your imagination. It was a figment of your imagination. Just so. I didn't do that on every corner that I messed up, okay? I just did it on the ones where I got a time penalty. I've already got 5 seconds, so I don't need 10. Otherwise, what would be the point of me going fast? Well, actually, no, I get the point. Okay, there is a point of me going fast. And the gap, looking at it when I was here, I was a bit sad. Until I saw I was about, well, almost 2 tenths up on my personal best in sector 2. So I thought, you know what, screw it, let's just go for it. Let's see if I can gain 6 tenths from the magic 6 tenths tree in the final sector, which is my worst sector. Locking up into the penultimate corner, not very good. And then taking a slide, well, I say a slide, very little slide. But no, it's in vain. We come home in P10. Alex Albon getting driver of the day. I don't know where he started or where he finished, but I'm assuming he did a pretty good job then. And I think there might be some sort of curse going on here. But every time, right, this race, the pole sitter was Hamilton, I believe. And Hamilton had a bad race. Bottas qualified fourth. Bottas won the race. The last 2 races, Bottas qualified pole. Bottas was never on the podium in those 2 races.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race
I call
weekend.
bollocks.
It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
And Albon actually finishing on the podium. That mimics real life of the Bahrain Grand Prix, except instead of Bottas, it was Hamilton on the podium.
So then, It's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Not the result
And
our points
actually,
leader wanted, but it
gives a bit
certainly
more
makes things interesting
context
going
onto
forward.
why
Now, let's discuss,
Albon
Hans,
was
who would you
driver
say
today.
is a contender
He
for
qualified
driver of the day?
P13.
But it's absolutely got to be Alexander Albon, no hesitation.
That's pretty good.
He put in the performance
And the
today
gap
that's
has
only gonna
closed
build further
between
upon his already
Coupe
growing
Racing
reputation.
and Alpha
It's time
Tauri.
to check out the constructors' standings.
We
Mercedes
need to get
continue to
8
extend
or
their
better
lead.
in the
Meanwhile,
Constructors'
Ferrari have
Championship.
improved their position.
We're currently in
A strong
7th,
weekend from
Alpha
them
Tauri
as
in
they fight
8th.
their way towards the top.
4 points
And with
separate
that,
us.
we wrap up another weekend of motorsport.
I can see a bit
But
of a
with more
rivalry
races lined
developing
up,
here.
Be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Also, I'm dropping in the Drivers' Championship, but I saw that coming. We had a decent race in Australia, pretty good race in Bahrain, and then we've had this absolute...
The fans really seem to enjoy that.
I mean, what can you really call it? What can I really call it,
Your
actually?
team must be ecstatic with how you're
Actually, what can
performing.
I call it? It wasn't a good race.
You had a few bumps and scrapes today. Who would you say is at fault?
I had a good chance at a podium. Actually, a very good chance at a podium. But Daniel Ricciardo said no. Maybe if I said there was a tattoo, then maybe he'd have let me take that podium. We'll never know. And Mick Schumacher actually going up to level 5 acclaim. Now, you might be wondering, why my sponsor is that? I thought it said 20 laps in a Grand Prix weekend. So I thought, for example, Bahrain, that's when I first put it in. Okay, the race is 29 laps. I only need to do 1 lap in qualifying, and I'm fine. But no, it's laps in practice.
We've had the new parts come through from the fabricator.
We actually have an invitational event. It's a pretty common one. Well, I say pretty common. It's always one that comes up. And I was actually pretty happy when I got through that checkpoint because I'd never been that far. I always got out before that checkpoint, so I'm very happy. Went wide and crashed. So just gonna skip forward pretty much.
You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select. While you will receive acclaim for beating them, you'll lose acclaim if you fail to do so.
And we upgrade the analysis suite. What Carl was talking about? Well, yeah. I hope it comes soon. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time for the Chinese Grand Prix.